who Manchester United play, it seems like they never want to make anything easy for themselves. Always seem to find themselves coming back from a goal down or trying to find a winner in a draw. Manchester United 3, Ipswich 2, and some might say Manchester United were lucky to walk away with a very important 3 points in terms of this fixture. A red card, some individual errors, but equally some great set pieces from Bruno Fernandes, bailing Manchester United out once again. So be sure to hit the like button, be sure to subscribe. We got a lot to talk about, so let's go. Of course, I'm going to start with the biggest elephant in the room, which is Patrick Dogu getting sent off. Now, when I watched it in real time, when I watched it in repeat, it was a red card, guys. That was a clear red card. However, I can't help but think, where did that frustration for him to fly into a tackle like that come from? Did it come from that first goal that Manchester United conceded? But equally, we're saying that he's a young guy, he's going to learn. Talking about that goal that Manchester United actually conceded first, I think Onana's in the wrong for that. And the reason why I think Onana is in the wrong for that, because he came running out like a bailiff. Why are you vacating your line like that? When you can see that your defender has control of the situation against the winger and with the ball. I just think it's very irresponsible, and these are the little moments that stand out to me about Andre Onana. It's his decision making, and this is a perfect example for the lack of his decision making, if you want to say it, because even the second goal that Ipswich score as well, static on the line, he's doing the little he's stuttering on the line where he's hesitant to come out or to stay on his line, and if he comes out to collect it, whether or not De Ligt was going to get to it, because evidently he wasn't, and Liam Delap did enough just to put De Ligt off and Onana off, but Onana needs to do better in both of those circumstances. And that's why I'm saying that the 2 goals that United conceded against Ipswich is individual errors. I put it down on Onana, and it actually makes me wonder, guys, does Manchester United need to look at all the problems that they have in the team and look at the goalkeeper situation? Because to buy a goalkeeper for over 40 million and within his second season, I don't know what has happened, but when Erik ten Hag was here at the beginning of the season, Onana was actually the bright spark for Manchester United, and it seems like that's gone completely downhill under Ruben Amorim. Now, I'm not blaming Ruben Amorim, but I'm questioning Onana's jitters and his nervousness. A 28-year-old, 29-year-old goalkeeper at this stage in his career should have a lot more control of himself and his decision making, and that's the problem with Onana. I never feel at ease with him in goal. I always feel like there's an error waiting to happen. And even if we talk about the goals against Everton on the weekend, you know, his ability or his inability to make convincing saves and kind of put his team at danger by parrying the ball away, for me, it's just, again, it's just unconvincing. It's just unconvincing. And today, I think the game could have been a completely different story had maybe Onana not made those errors. Maybe Manchester United would have comfortably won. But sometimes it seems like Manchester United need a kick up the backside in a game in order for them to see it out and get a victory. Now, I have to give credit, and so much credit, to Bruno Fernandes, because without Bruno Fernandes, firstly, Man United wouldn't have won today. The guy, I don't know, he gives everything in his tank. He gives it all to Manchester United on the pitch, and sometimes he's going to make mistakes, sometimes he might get dispossessed, sometimes he might, not make the most accurate pass, but today his set piece improvements were on show, because every goal that Manchester United scored, or even that own goal, the first one, it came from a set piece from Bruno Fernandes. A great ball in every single time, and that's what you need from your captain when it's a game like this, where I feel like as Manchester United fans right now, we're just all on edge going into a game. In a game, we're just on edge. There's a lot of nervousness. The Old Trafford crowd as well, it feels like that. There's a lot of jitters amongst everybody. It's good to have a player like Bruno Fernandes that just calms the nerves and can, take the game by the scruff of the neck in multiple different situations. And today, that's just another example for that. Immense for Manchester United today. Left everything on the pitch. And you know what? You lot are gonna say it's a relegation team and I'm hyping them up, But in a season where I've felt so deflated, fans have felt deflated, players have felt deflated, everyone has just, the morale has been low. We've got to take the wins where it comes. And even if today's game, in my opinion, it wasn't the most convincing one, because equally I think Ipswich were not that great in the second half. In the final third, thank God, they were not that good. But if it was any other team, maybe the result could have been different. Maybe it could have been a draw. But these kind of moments from Bruno Fernandes, I think I just have to give him credit, because there's been so much discourse around him the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months, about whether or not Manchester United would be better off without him. And he is the least of Manchester United's problems right now. Let's be honest, guys. He is the least of Manchester. Man United have 99 problems, and Bruno Fernandes is not one of them. But you know who is a problem for Manchester United? Rasmus Hojlund. And I know we sound like broken records at this point, but today I just watched an all-round disaster class from a centre forward. When Dergu got sent off, I thought Hojlund would get taken off, because I thought Xerxes would go up front. I thought Garnacho would stay on. I was very shocked to see Garnacho come off, because I felt like it wouldn't have made sense. It would have taken away the only attacking threat Manchester United had up top, the only player that can make runs in behind, that can dribble, that can run at defenders, as well as, you know, sustain pressure in the wide channels. Hojlund can't do any of that. However, Garnacho came off because, you know, he was sacrificed for Patrick Dogu. And if the result was different, then I definitely think that this conversation about that substitution might be completely different. But because Man United got the result, you know, Ruben Amorim gets away with that substitution. But I would have taken Rasmus Hojlund on. Again, he offered nothing throughout the game for Manchester United. He had 12 touches in the game, 1 in the opponent's box. And in terms of duels, he won 0%. He didn't win any of his foreground duels. He didn't win any of his aerial duels. He is a passenger that Manchester United cannot afford to have in the starting lineup right now. This is one of those moments of realization for me, where if Man United are building a starting 11 of warriors, of, you know, people that are going to get results, Hojlund cannot be one of them, because he is a passenger, in my opinion, that brings down the ability of the front line. And I'm saying that with a front line that is not really doing much, but equally with saying that his decision making is so poor. I think he struggles to understand maybe what is expected from him as a centre forward. Today I saw Manchester United try and go on counters when they were a man down, and the striker was dropping deep, not running the channels, not running the passing lanes, not just running in transition, just static, waiting for the pass. I watched Euro do a Cruyff turn and pass a ball into the box where the striker, any striker, I think if that was on the other side, I think Liam Delap probably would have taken that first time, or maybe took a touch and hit with his left foot. I watched Rasmus Hojlund dummy it for absolutely no one that was behind him. No one even said to him, leave it. And that's the thing. I think he struggles to understand what is expected from him as the centre forward. I am really losing my patience with Rasmus Hojlund as the starter, but equally with saying that, I think criticism is on the club as well, because I say this all the time. Manchester United should have known better than to buy a 20-year-old for that price tag, give him the 11 shirt and then give him the 9 shirt, and then expect him to lead the front line when he couldn't even lead Atlanta's front line. I think Rasmus Hojlund skipped a step in his development from going from Atlanta to Manchester United. Maybe there should have been a club in between that, but I can't put that blame solely on him. Now, overall, again, Manchester United just have to get the results where they can, in my opinion. Under Ruben Amorim, I was looking at this game with immense criticism, because Ruben Amorim's first game for Manchester United was against Ipswich, 1-1 away from home, if you lot remember. And 3 months later, I wanted to see what he had learnt, particularly against Ipswich in this game, because, you know, we would have had 3 months of Ruben Amorim's system. And a few things I noticed is that, number one, when Patrick Dogu is playing, and it will be interesting to see how United do without him for the next 3 games, but when he is playing, Manchester United is heavily reliant on that left-hand side. And with Lenny Yoro, it provides a bit more quality from the wide centre-back positions. We miss Licha in that left-sided centre-back, his ability to progress the ball. So Ruben Amorim playing Bruno in the deeper role kind of makes up for that. But it doesn't make up for it completely. But I think Ruben Amorim is finding a temporary solution for that. How do I feel about this season? Well, Manchester United now, I think, are in 14th place. This does not change my opinion of the season. This season is still crap. It's still, I was about to swear, but this season is still horrid. I'm ready for the season to end. Some of these players are not good enough, and I'm not gonna turn this into a criticism kind of thing, but Manchester United need to be backed in the transfer window. Ruben Amorim needs the players for his team. Some of these players need to go. And my question to you guys, is Andre Onana a player that Manchester United need to look to replace in the summer transfer window? Let me know your thoughts down below about the game. Listen, Manchester United don't make nothing easy for themselves. This team gives me high blood pressure. I'm literally stressed for 90 minutes watching this team. And I think it's going to be like that for the next couple of months. Make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you're new here, please do subscribe.